Hi, my name's Daryl,
And I'm Nicole.
and we're here in Zion National Park, and we're here in December. And we just can't believe how beautiful it is.
And so we decided we can do a quick little video to show you guys exactly the reasons why we think Zion National Park in December is perfect for your vacation needs.
And because we're doing this video, we're also going to showcase two of the new things that we're bringing along with our adventures. So enjoy the video.
So one of the advantages of coming to Zion to camp in December is that the campground is relatively empty. You can see here, even in the most popular A loop, there's a lot of empty spots that are still available. There are people here, so it's not like it's totally deserted. It's just the right amount to not feel like you're overwhelmed with campers in your space. So here is the campground's dump station, which is really nice. It's not too busy here, and this is prime checkout time. They also have this fill station, so that you can fill up your tanks either before getting here or after getting here.
So I mentioned one of the great things about coming to Zion in December is the fact that there's hardly anybody here. So yeah, this is what the visitor center looks like currently, and absolutely totally empty.
So here is the parking lot at the visitor center. You can see it's very empty. There's plenty of parking spaces, which is amazing because the shuttles aren't running from Springdale. So there's no need to park and take a shuttle into the park, but you can easily come to the visitor center and enjoy that, and not worry about having to find parking lots. We're gonna go on the Pyrus Trail, which is this lovely trail here. You can see in the background the South Campground is undergoing some renovations. It's going to be really beautiful once they open that up. So we're going to go and walk the dogs down to Canyon Junction, so about 3 miles round trip. We're going to switch off on the bike, kind of show you a little bit around, show you just how beautiful Zion is in December.
So Nicole talked a little bit about the South Campground and the renovations going on, so let's go ahead and take a look. So we've got brand new barbecues, we've got brand new picnic tables, we've got bear boxes now. They did the bear boxes just to give place to people to store food, because the animals in Zion, they take advantage of any campers that leave out any sort of food. So just a reminder to everybody to make sure that they store their food. They probably renovated the restroom areas as well. They repaved everything. So this should be just a gorgeous campground once it's complete. I would imagine they're going to be done by the springtime. So yeah, it's just going to be, Zion is just going to, see a bunch of improvements for the spring. But December is just an absolute great time to come to Zion. One of the things that we've always been jealous of is when we go camping, we see the RVs with the e-bikes or the bikes on the back of the trailer. And so we recently got a new trailer and it came with a hitch. And so now we're able to bring bikes with us. Now, one of the things that Nicole decided is that she wanted an e-bike just to make, that biking in the national parks just a little bit easier. And we decided on the Hemingway A7 commuter bike. Now we had the option of going either with the commuter bike or with kind of the more off-roady, rugged version of the bike. And Nicole decided that the A7 commuter bike would suit her needs just a little bit better. Yeah, she likes paved trails, and the commuter bike has a little bit more range than the off-road version. It also has smaller tires and it's lighter weight. So this bike does have a full suspension, and it handles the bumps and kind of the unevenness of the roads really well. Hemingway is, they make a really good quality bike for a relatively low price. And so that's one of the reasons that we went with Hemingway is, the customer service after kind of the sale, as well as just, they use really good solid components in how they make the bikes.
And some of the footage in this video is from me riding around on an e-bike, which was exciting. So here I am passing Daryl with the dogs. There he goes. And it's really nice that I can be here on the e-bike. It's really beautiful. And you can see the beautiful canyon in the back. Now normally this trail here is super busy because it's really the only paved trail. It goes right from the campground and the visitor center. This is the only trail where dogs are allowed. The nice thing about this, the Hemingway e-bike, a little hard for me to talk while I'm riding, is that it does let you go off into the dirt. It handles the dirt pretty well. So while the Hemingway A7 is meant to be a city bike, so it's perfect for this trail because it is paved, but at the moment they are undergoing some construction, so you're going to see things like this loose gravel sign. So here comes our gravel section, and here we go. It's doing great. Yeah, so this is the Canyon Junction. This is normally where it is closed off. Normally cars cannot head on up this canyon road. There's normally only the shuttle buses that are allowed. But in December, it's open for everybody. So we can actually drive up there, and we're going to drive up there a little later on today. But it's great. Normally though, you can take your e-bikes up, and so I guess that's a little bit better when it's not December because you have the road. It's just e-bikes, hikers, and the shuttle buses. So you're not in any danger of riding with traffic.
So one of the additions that we've made to our camping experiences, if we got this portable fence, and it's called the FXW Rolik. And like I said, it's portable. It sets up really quickly. So it sets up really in about 5 or 10 minutes or so. And the really nice thing about this is it lets our dogs, just kind of enjoy the camping space. You can see we have our chairs in there. We've got it set up so it's large enough. I think probably the space is probably about 10 feet by 15 feet or so. And so they can walk around. They don't have to be leashed up. They don't have to, possibly have their leashes get tangled up.
Yeah, so normally when the campground has leash laws, you have to have your pets leashed at a campsite. And so we'd always sit here and have the dogs on the leash, or they'd be confined in the clamp. The leashes would always get tangled up, and it was just very unpleasant for both us and the dogs.
You can find them on Amazon and other resellers for about $190. And I think it's really worthwhile. So especially if you have dogs with you and you go camping, this is a great investment. So the other benefit of coming to Zion in winter is Angel's Landing. So Zion is kind of known for 2 big hikes, one being the Narrows and the other one being Angel's Landing. Now Angel's Landing is now on a lottery system, so you have to kind of put in for it in order to get the option of being able to hike it. But during the winter, they have daily lotteries, and I just talked to a ranger, and they said, if you come during the week, really good chance that you get in. So this is a bucket list hike. So if you really do want to do Angel's Landing, come to Zion in the winter.
One of the nice things about taking the scenic route in your car is that you can pull off on one of these turnouts and have a little picnic, like we're about to do now.
So here's the pullout that we selected, and we just had some Danishes, and we got our kids with us, and we could have never have done this with the shuttle. So this is one of the reasons why it's so great to visit Zion in December.
Yep, because you can bring your doggies and sit in the beautiful scenery and have a picnic lunch.
So those are the reasons why we think Zion's really a great place to come visit during the winter.
It's really beautiful. Yep. And thanks so much for watching. And here are some additional footage of us driving through the beautiful Zion National Park.